Welcome to the Snyderverse podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Birds and Nerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
And I'm James.
Welcome back, James. Sorry, everyone, for the 2-week absence, especially. I feel like we missed a lot of things. We missed the season premiere of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and we missed the weekend premiere of Justice League. But we're here now, and we're going to talk about all those things, plus everything else that's been going on. Jossie obviously is not here with us today again, but we're going to make it work with just us. We don't need Jossie. So, James, what have you been up to? What is the nerdiest thing that you've done this week?
Nerdiest thing for me this week. I started a new anime called The Gymnastic Samurai. So fun fact, I do gymnastics. I just started a couple months back, but I just wanted to try it out and I really enjoyed it. So I've been doing that. So I started that anime and I've been reading this series called A Gravity Boys. It's a manga. It's like a comedy series. Some guys that get launched to outer space, and I don't want to give any spoilers, but it's a group of guys that are in outer space, and it's like a comedy series. So I've been watching that, and then the latest releases of My Hero. What else? Everything that comes out. That's what I
did. You watch the season? Was it the season finale of Attack on Titan that just premiered, or did that not come on yet?
It didn't come on yet. It's come on later today. So yeah.
Got it.
We recorded. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't get a chance to watch My Hero. I was gonna watch it so we could talk about it, but I completely forgot to watch it. But I didn't know that you did gymnastics. That's so cool. I used to wish that my mom had put me in gymnastics when I was a kid. That's awesome. Are you like, so I know you said that you've only been doing it for a couple months, but like, are you good at it? Have you what can you do?
I feel like I'm pretty good. So so track is like my actual sport that I did. So what translates directly from track is mainly leg strength. So anything that involves jumping, I'm pretty decent at. The only thing that's hard is body control. So like once I'm up in the air, my limbs tend to go floppy, and that's where I tend to mess up. So that would be if I'm in a mid flip and I kind of come out too early, I'll fall. So it does end up hurting and stuff like that. I say my biggest, like the best thing I've done so far is what's called a baby giant. So with the high bars, the bar up top, and then you kind of do a full spin around the bar. That's like the best thing I've done in gymnastics so far. So if it's come to doing it for the gram, that's like what I would post on the gram.
That's so cool. Is that scary?
It's pretty scary, but after you fall a couple times and you see like, all right, this doesn't actually hurt, then you're like, okay, I think I can do it. And then you get kind of more confidence because even if you fall, it won't hurt too bad because most of the floors are like springy.
Yeah, that's so cool. Are you gonna go to the Olympics?
I actually was. I had tickets to go to the Olympics and everything, but
really?
They're not allowing foreign visitors this year. So
makes sense. Makes sense. But that's really cool. I didn't know that about you. That's awesome. That makes me want to try something new. Not gymnastics, though. I don't know if I can.
Try something non-nerdy. You might like it.
I know. I ran track in high school, but nothing ever came of that. So but is that all? What else have you done?
I mean, Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty a lot. Warzone. And yeah, I think that's it. I haven't read anything new. Just a series that I've been keeping up with. So Dr. Stone just ended. The Promised Neverland just ended. So I've been watching those.
Did you like season 2, The Promised Neverland? A lot of people had mixed reviews on it.
Nah. So I read the manga in that. So it as a manga reader, it played out completely differently. And it's like they cut the story in like half. So there was a lot of stuff that was missing. So I didn't like that. But for what they showed, it was pretty good.
Okay. I need to get back into reading manga. I haven't been able to read it so much just because I've been studying a lot. I'm becoming certified to be a personal trainer. So that's been taking over my life and I haven't been able to do anything fun. So as soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to get back into reading manga. So I'm going to write down your suggestions for when I'm free to read it.
Oh yeah, definitely check out. Well, I might read Jujutsu Kaisen. So usually it's a show, like it'll get show, and I'm like, all right, I got to see what happens next. So that's how The Promised Neverland was for me. When season 1 came out, and then the season ended, I was like, I can't end on this mean cliffhanger. So I got a Viz account and I read the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I usually do too when I'm like really curious to know what's going to happen next. I did that for My Hero, although I didn't get very far past last season, but I did start reading the manga after season 4 ended. So I'm excited to watch season 5. I'll do that after. I'm sorry I didn't watch it in time for this podcast, but I'll have more comments
It's all
next week
good.
when next week's episode comes out. What did I do? I have been playing a lot of Minecraft recently. Do you play Minecraft?
No, I don't.
No. Okay.
But I watch it sometimes.
Yeah, you watch people stream it.
Yeah, just out of curiosity, like, what's the appeal here? But then I check it out. See, okay, I see what you guys are doing. Yeah.
I mean, it did take a while for me to get into it, but I just recently started getting really into it. I enjoy playing it now, and I've been playing that a lot, trying to get some better building skills so I can be like these people in these videos that are building these insane things. I don't know how they're doing that, but
Nice.
want to get on that level. So I've been playing a lot of that. I haven't been watching any anime recently because, like I said, I can't be consumed by anime right now, unfortunately, until I finish studying. So I'm just gonna hold off on that. But I did watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As a we'll talk about this later, but I'm just stating it as a thing that I did. I watched episodes 1 and 2, and I also found the time to watch Justice League, which I thought was going to be a waste of 4 hours of my life, but I was pleasantly surprised. But we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that later. Yeah, but that's what I did this week. And yeah, if there's nothing else, I guess we'll get into it. Speaking of Call of Duty, I know you said that you play Call of Duty. So Call of Duty 2021 has been announced to be set in an alternate World War II timeline. It's kind of weird. There was already a Call of Duty based in World War II, right?
Right.
So is this exciting news? I don't play Call of Duty, so I don't know if people are excited about this or not.
So as a fan, not really. We kind of want to stick to like modern weapons. The old school weapons, they're fun for like now and then, but with Warzone basically taking over the scene, like you'd have to go back in time because Warzone is like current, well, not really current events, but it's like they have current weaponry. So they integrated the Cold War weapons into last year's Call of Duty. So there's like 2 different Call of Duties going on at the same time. So there's like the one that will come out this year will be a different studio, and then the one that came out the past year that came out for Call of Duty is a totally different studio. So it's kind of like integrating 2 different game engines together. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, World War II alternate timeline. No one really plays the campaign like that. I mean, people play it just to see what it was like, but mostly the appeal is for multiplayer. So to introduce like an older timeline, that means the multiplayer will go back into like an older timeline as well. So Warzone will probably have to go back in time because right now the current setting is like Cold War technically. So we'll have to go back to World War II, and then who knows what that alternate timeline will spin off into. It may be riling up some people that are into video games that feel like certain things should be certain ways, and they might get their way with this alternate timeline. This is just speculation. I'm not sure what they're planning to do to it. So we'll see how that goes. It could be weird. It could be fun. So
I just feel like they could have picked anything else to base it off of, but whatever. What do I know about this? I suck at first person shooters. I'm trying to get better, but I'm really terrible. I can't aim. It takes me forever to aim, so I suck. I've tried to play it. Fun story. Why is my audio doing that? Do you hear like a weird am I breaking up at all when I'm talking?
No.
Okay, great. So when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, I tried to play it and I couldn't get past the first part, when they're robbing the bank and you have to like get like escape from the cops. I can't get past that part because I can't aim quick enough to shoot them. So
you gotta get the aimbot.
What do you say?
You gotta get the aimbot.
What is that?
It's like cheats. It aims for you. So it's a huge problem in Call of Duty right now. People have like auto aim. So they're hitting, let's say the regular person, they might hit like 10% headshots if you're like a decent, well, not even decent, but most people are hitting like 10% headshots, but the aimbot, it'll hit like all headshots for you. So, I mean, the computer will aim better than any human ever. So
that's what I need.
So a lot of times, you run into some people with that software on their setups, and they're killing everybody because they have better aim than a normal person would have.
That's crazy. I mean, I'm not a full-blown cheater like that, so I don't think I would do that. But that sounds sounds
Gone
like
are the days of the infinite money cheats.
How does one acquire an aimbot? what is that? I'm not gonna do it. I'm just curious.
Well, for acquiring mines, there's like websites that you go to, and they'll create a profile for you, and then I think they load it onto the profile or they put it onto your computer. So like it's like kind of like an overlay. So they have different kind of hacks. This I've never done it before, but some streamers I watch, they've gone into detail about how like what it looks like just for informational purposes. So sometimes they'll have like these wall hacks where you can see through walls and stuff, and they'll show like this is what these sort of hacks look like, and this is the sort of advantage that these people have. So yeah, you can either just buy them directly and they'll put them on a profile for you, and then that profile will be equipped with whatever hacks, but they tend to get banned all the time. So they kind of get just out of luck once your account gets banned. Yeah. So now you got to buy a new account. Yeah.
And if you're buying an aimbot or buying a profile, how much does that cost? I'm just asking because people are probably wondering. I'm not for myself.
No, we got to expose these guys. We got to shed some light. This is a problem in the gaming community. So from what I hear, it's like $40 a month. So it's not cheap to keep. Yeah. So people on the other side, the guys like Jossie that are programmers, well, I'm a programmer too, but if you're a programmer, you can make some big money making cheats. I'm not advocating for it, but yeah, it all started with RuneScape. You guys were programmers, you know, like we're gonna make some cheats, we're gonna make some money. So it's actually a lucrative business.
Interesting. Real gamers and nerds wouldn't condone this type of behavior.
Yeah, not at all. Not on the Blurs and Nerds podcast.
No. We're not condoning this. I'm just actually genuinely curious because I didn't know this was a thing. But $40 a month is a lot of money to be paying for that. I'm certainly not on that level of gaming where I would ever do that. But I'll just learn how to but thank you for sharing that. That's crazy.
Yeah, no problem.
That's crazy. But anyway, so aside from Call of Duty, other things that are going on, when all this GameStop stuff was happening with the stocks, were you like following that, or did you have any GameStop stock, or did you buy any after it started going up like that?
I did. So I was actually made aware of it probably in like November of last year. So I bought some GameStop stock. But I do stock investing just in general anyways. But I like GameStop, and I was like, let me get some gaming companies. But then the more I looked into GameStop, I started seeing like this stuff about the short squeeze that they were talking about. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, this sounds like I could make some money. So I did buy some off speculation of making a lot of money. So I think my average cost was maybe like $30 at the time. So it went up pretty high, and I was like, oh yeah, this is going to the moon, like everyone else was saying. So I did get caught up in the hype just a little bit, but my cost basis was pretty low. So I didn't really risk more than I was willing to lose in the first place anyways. So.
Yeah. And you bought a while ago. So like, that's good. So if you held it for that long, I know you listen to our podcast. So, you know, Jossie only had one stock that he got back when it was $3, and he only got one of it. So he didn't really, he didn't really profit from that. I think he also waited too long to sell his stock. So it went back down. I don't think he sold it until I think he sold it when it went down to like 200 a stock from like 500. So he definitely missed out on not even a lot of money, but like a good chunk of money. But anyway, yeah. So GameStop, I don't know what's going on over there with them. It seems like, so there was big hype over this, and now I kind of feel like I always knew that GameStop is kind of like going like downhill. Definitely not going uphill, but Reggie, I don't know how to say his name. Reggie Fils-Aimé. Anyway,
Reggie.
Yeah, he's retired. He's retiring from the board of directors after 1 year on the company. I think he worked for Nintendo before this. Yeah. So now he was on GameStop's board of directors for a year, and him and 8 other board of directors are now leaving. Do you think all this is happening from all the stock stuff that was going on? Is this the backlash?
Honestly, it might be, because like now their company is going to be under a very, very watchful lens of like what are their next moves going to be. Because I mean, essentially, it's like a Fortune 500 company at this point, because they've been raising so much money at this point. But yeah, I think maybe the direction that they want to head in probably won't work, or maybe they're just cashing out their GameStop stock and they just want to retire and live in bliss.
Probably. I feel like GameStop has the potential to be like a good company again and get their stocks like and get the value of their company like up like at a consistent rate. I feel like they just need like new leadership, or they definitely need to go in a new direction.
Change the direction.
Yeah, I feel like they've always been in the business of ripping people off rather than empowering the gamers, like how they're supposed to be, like how it says like in their slogan, power to the players. I feel like that's not really, what they're about. I just feel like if they I just feel like if they shuffle some new people in there that actually care about, gamers, then, their company could actually be worth something. But I just feel like they're not. I feel like that's not happening with GameStop. Nah. As much as
I did hear a rumor.
Mhm.
I heard a rumor that they were supposed to be changing to like a gamers type lounge.
Interesting. Like,
so
what do you mean?
Instead of just like you can come play games there in like a lounge type setting, like you and your friends pull up, like let's go play some games. It's kind of like an arcade but consoles, so on a large scale. Because I have seen many like arcades that are like will have consoles available too, but it'd be like mom and pop shops typically. So if you get a powerhouse name like GameStop, then like, oh, we're a gamer lounge now, then I mean they could dominate that space because they already have so many brick and mortar locations.
That's a good idea. If that's true, that's a really good idea. It kind of fits in the name too, like GameStop. Stop by, play some games. They could definitely do that.
All these directors drop down. Yeah, hire me, guys. I'll be a board of directors. I know you're listening, GameStop.
We should just tweet them. We have get on our Twitter and tweet them until they put you on there. That's a great idea. And then if they're still selling games, that's awesome too. If you're like kind of like a hangout spot plus a retail location, I think that's a great idea. And if that's not true, that first of all, I feel like I don't even know how somebody's gonna steal this idea. Somebody's just listening to this. I'm gonna tweet them right now.
Investors
and be like,
reach
it
out
was
to
James'
us.
idea.
Investors should reach out to us.
And they should. Just know that the idea came from here first. Anyway, but yeah, that's a great idea. But if that does happen, if that's a true rumor, then hopefully it's enough to turn them around. And then people that bought, hundreds of GameStop stock, they have a chance to grow their money again if they haven't sold their stocks already.
Right.
So we'll see. So let's switch over now to some anime stuff. How was the season premiere of My Hero? Also, first of all,
cool.
do you read the manga? Do you read My Hero manga? Okay.
I do, yeah.
Are you caught up with the manga? Or are you not caught up yet?
There's the latest chapter drops today, so I haven't read that one just yet. But
okay.
I'm on my way to Viz after this.
Okay. How was the premiere?
So their premieres are always usually pretty standard. So it's like not exactly canon or filler. It's kind of like a refresher of here's the heroes, here's what they do. So it's like a simulated event. And they kind of introduce everyone again, like reintroduce you to the characters, really. So
I feel like that's not necessary.
Yeah, we're in, what is it, the 5th season now? I don't think we need to reintroduce every single time, but it's kind of like a cool feeling to like see people's powers again.
Yeah, I guess so. I just wish that. So this is why whenever anime comes, I hate watching anime week to week. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna watch it week to week or if I'm gonna wait for like 10 episodes to come out first. So I don't know, but now that I know that, I probably won't watch this episode until next week when the next episode is out. Then I'll watch one.
Yeah, you aren't missing much.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. It's always hard just because it's so short when you watch it week to week, and then it just makes me angry. So I don't know.
Yeah, but 20 minutes worth of action.
Yeah, tell us what we can expect from this season as somebody who's caught up on the manga.
So
without spoiling,
they go into some anime tradition, not exactly a tournament, but it's kind of like they do a little simulated battle of class 1A versus class 1B. So we finally get to see some of 1B class, some of their quirks. So that's really exciting. And then there's a lot of villainous stuff going on behind the scenes. And I think they'll be able to focus on that. I'm not sure where the season will end, like how many episodes in, but I think they can start this. There's like almost an entire arc. Actually, there is an entire arc of just villain stuff. So they can maybe even get through with that entire villain arc. And then, yeah, I think that would be a good ending point for this season.
Awesome. And then I read that there is the last arc of My Hero. Like, isn't that coming up in the manga? Aren't they getting ready to go into their last arc?
It seems like it. So from the part where the story is, it seems like this will for sure be the last arc, unless they do like a big time skip afterwards. But from what it seems like and the way the story is progressing, this is looking like to be to the last arc.
Yeah, and it definitely is going to be. I definitely read that it's coming to the end, which I feel like is short because how many chapters are there so far?
No idea. I think it's mid hundreds maybe.
I feel like that's so. I feel like
I'd have
that's
to look
so
it up.
short for most manga. I feel like, well, I don't really know what's going on because I'm not caught up, so I don't really know like if anything seems like it's dragged out or how the story is progressing so far. But I feel like it could have went on for longer than it's going to. But I don't know. Maybe the animators know to quit when they're ahead. So did you read I forgot the name of it, but did you read like the prequel manga? I forgot what it's called.
So I'm a little bit behind in that. You mean Vigilantes?
Yes, Vigilantes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit behind, but I've actually really been enjoying that because it fleshes out the world a little bit more. So, and it doesn't focus on any of the main characters. So I did like Vigilantes a lot.
I liked Vigilantes a lot too. I'm not caught up. I'm behind like a few chapters, but I was reading it and it was really good. I want to see them animate that.
Same.
I don't really know if they have any plans to do that, but that would be a good show to animate, especially if
I think they should do that.
Yeah. Well, who knows? We'll see. So next week I will have watched both episodes of My Hero, and then we can talk more about it. But it doesn't seem like there was anything to talk about this week since it was just
not
this is
quite
just
yet.
typical season one. I mean, not season one. Season premiere opening for them. But it's good because you have to wait so long. How long has it been since the last season came out? A year and a half. Sometimes you forget what's going on. So I guess
we're a little refresher.
Yeah, it's helpful because I don't be remembering what what happened in the last season by the time the new seasons come out. I have to rewatch all of Attack on Titan, I think, in order to fully understand what's going on in season 4. So I'm gonna restart it eventually. We'll see. So in movie news, we just found out that Black Widow has been delayed again, and I was kind of irritated by this. Not that I was looking forward to Black Widow at all, but they kept delaying it because they said they wanted it to be released in the movie theaters, but now it's just going to be released in the theaters and on Disney Plus anyway, which I feel like that's what they were trying to avoid, but it seems like they pushed it back for no reason. So now it's coming out in July. So for anyone who was upset, it was supposed to come out in November, then it was supposed to come out in May. Now it's coming out in July. So there you go. And in July, hopefully, I don't know, we'll be back to some semblance of normalcy by then, who knows. But you can see it in the theater for, I forgot how much a movie theater ticket costs because it's been so long, like $15.
Yeah, these days.
Yeah. Or you can watch it in the comfort of your home for $30. So I don't really know. So it's like you can watch it in your COVID-free house for $30, or you can go to the movie theaters with germs and strangers and watch it for $15 less. So pick your poison.
Nice.
I'm not excited for this, but I'm gonna watch it just because I feel like I have to. Are you gonna watch it?
I'm in the same boat as you, so I'll watch it, but I'm not looking forward to it. I don't think I would dish out the 30 and home on the first day, but if I do hear good things, then I'll check it out.
Yeah, I mean, I like Black Widow as a character, but I just feel like watching her backstory won't contribute anything since she's long gone and will not be reappearing in the series. So it's just kind of like I might have. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway. But that's just our little bit of Black Widow news. We'll get to more Marvel stuff later when we get to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Did you see the Suicide Squad trailer?
I did.
Okay. I'm confused. Is this a sequel or is it a reboot of the Suicide Squad?
I was confused about that too. So I mean, it looks kind of like a sequel, but
it looks like a sequel, but none of the original cast is in it except Harley Quinn, right? Unless I just don't remember.
So they were like breaking her out of jail. So I was assuming, okay, they're getting Harley Quinn. Maybe they're continuing from the first, but then again, it could be just a total reboot with the same Harley Quinn.
I think it's a standalone sequel. Because first of all, the Suicide Squad, I think I only saw it once when it came out in theaters and I never saw it again. So I don't remember anything about it. Let me just look at the cast of the first one.
Yeah, let's check out.
What year did that come out? And I don't remember it being that good. Was it good?
I enjoyed it.
Okay, 2016. That's when the first one came out.
Yeah.
Who was in it? Okay.
I know Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith, Deadshot, not in this one. Yeah. Besides Viola Davis and Harley and whatchamacallit, Margot Robbie, I think this is an all new cast. Yeah.
But it doesn't look like they reused any of the same characters.
They didn't.
So,
It's like it's all new characters, yeah. So that's interesting. So that's why I was confused as to if it's a reboot or if it's a sequel, because I don't really remember what happened. I guess I have to rewatch the first Suicide Squad, because it's been a while. But yeah, it's basically a whole new cast, whole new new villains. So a lot of celebrities in this movie. I mean,
yeah, it got star power galore.
Yeah, Idris Elba. It's gonna be Bloodsport. Freaking Pete Davidson. I was surprised when I saw him in the trailer. Yeah, John Cena. John Cena, I'm not so surprised by. I was surprised to see Pete Davidson in there. I'm like, what are you doing here? But Sylvester Stallone, you're not gonna see him, but he's gonna play King Shark. I like King Shark because I watch I don't know if you watch Harley Quinn on DC on like the animated Harley Quinn show. Do you watch that show?
No, I don't.
Okay, that show's good. But I like him from there. So it looks like the trailer was funny. I was definitely laughing. So I was like, and it's James Gunn, so I don't really think James Gunn could steer us wrong, really. For anyone who doesn't know, he has
a good track record.
He has a good track record. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2 were both really good. So I'm glad that he was able to take this and still be able to work on it, even though he got his job back over at Marvel. So I'm glad that he was able to finish this out. So I'm actually really looking forward to it. And I don't think I'll be disappointed by this, like I am disappointed by a majority of other DC movies. I'm excited.
The future's looking bright for DC.
Yeah, no, actually, I don't think the future's looking bright for DC.
What?
And I will explain that when we get into I'm gonna explain that when we get into some of the other stuff. But I am looking forward to this. I kind of remember 2016 was so long ago. I feel like I remember being like so about the first Suicide Squad. I don't remember if I liked it or if I didn't like it. Did you like it?
I enjoyed it.
Okay. I think it was good. I think it was definitely on the better side of DC movies the first time. But we will see what happens. I'll watch it again right before this comes out. Do we have a release date? I know the trailer is out, but did it say when it was coming out? Let me see. Oh no. No, 2022. Oh no. Nope, that's not right. August 6th. August 6th of this year is when we will see Suicide Squad. On cinemas and on HBO Max. So HBO Max making that deal with Warner Brothers was probably the best thing that they could have done for their platform.
Huge movie,
yeah. That's great. So yeah, the trailer looks really funny. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. But yeah, speaking of DC stuff, Justice League draws 1.8 million households in the first 5 minutes of the release, which is down from Wonder Woman. I think got 2.5 million households in the first 5 or 10 minutes. But that, whatever. We all know how I feel about that movie. But so here's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, after all the fan demands, which proves that you can get what you want if you make loud enough noise about it. So I didn't know. I was really on the fence about watching this movie just because it was 4 hours and I hated the first Justice League. But after watching it, which it took me about 2 days to finish the whole thing, I was surprised. It's a brand new movie, basically. What did you think of it?
I liked it. So I was skeptical about watching a 4-hour movie. Definitely, that was the only thing holding me back from watching it. But I was curious about it just because I did kind of like the first one. I was like, it felt like some parts were missing. So I was like, okay, maybe we can get some of those missing parts this time. So we did get the missing parts for sure. But I liked it. It took me maybe 3 settings, but I got through it and I did enjoy it.
Yeah, it was definitely like a brand new movie. I know that I don't know if you remember, I watched the comparison video because I really don't remember what was in the first Justice League movie. So I couldn't tell what was new and what was not new, but there were a lot of things that were new. They redid a lot of things, like the villain, what's his name? the horned guy. What was his name?
Steppenwolf.
Yes. So he was like in the first Justice League, he had like a human face, right? And then they like completely CGI'd him for this one, and he was more of a and I was like, okay, cool. He looked a lot better, that's for sure. Because in the original movie, he looked stupid. I don't even know if Darkseid a villain. Was he even part of the movie the first time around? I don't think he was. I think it was just
not from what I remember.
Exactly. So new villain, new scenes, like a whole new thing. It was definitely worth the 4 hours when I was watching, because I think I watched like a little over 2 hours in the first sitting, and then I watched the remainder in the second sitting. It didn't even really feel like 4 hours to me. It kind of went by really fast, and it makes me think like, okay, so would you rather have movies like cut out significant portions of their story just to like be acceptable to play in theaters, or would you rather just have like the super long unedited versions come out at home that are like 4 to 6 hours, and just rather like watch it in your own time?
The second for sure. Because once they start taking things out, you can tell that something missing, and then it just doesn't tell as cohesive of a story that way.
Yep. And I remember, let me just look up like the original runtime of the Justice League.
Yeah, this one, I feel like if they took out half of the slow-mo, the movie would be 2 hours long.
Yeah.
It was the slow-mo cut. That's what I like to call it there. But it was still good though. There was a lot of played up dramatics, but there was so much slow-mo. Maybe that's why it felt fast, because like it didn't seem like a long movie for it to be 4 hours, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because half of it was slow-mo.
Yeah. So the original film, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. The original film was 120 minutes long. So it's 2 hours. So yeah, 2 hours of added stuff. And like you said, a lot of it was slow-mo. But I feel like it definitely fleshed out a lot of the characters. It gave time for a lot of the characters to be fleshed out and developed. And it overall told a better story, and it was so great. I would definitely rather have this in the future. I read something online about how like Black Panther's original cut is like 6 hours. I'm just like, I want to see that. Like, release that. I'd much rather see the full version rather than the cut down version for the movie theaters. So I feel like this is something that people should consider doing in the future. Give us the whole version. This is what I want.
Yeah, we want all this.
Exactly. And it's a little, so the movie was good, but it kind of makes me angry because nothing is going to come from this at all. So the Justice League, I don't really think is going to continue because they're rebooting Batman again. So we're getting a new Batman. So I don't really think any of this is gonna, even though it ended on a cliffhanger that makes you think you're gonna get a second Justice League movie, but I don't think that's gonna happen. It just makes me angry because if Zack Snyder just took the helm on all of DC movies, I think DC would be much better than it is.
Yeah, or at least laid out the blueprint of, all right, this is what we're gonna do, guys. And then they can make some bad movies, they can make some good movies, kind of like Marvel. Yeah, we made bad movies like Thor, but we still got some other good movies.
Yes, Thor was bad. Not the first one. The second one was horrible. But yeah, the movies, yes, if they took up Marvel's formula, some movies can be bad, but as long as it all tells a story, it'll still make people want to watch it because they need to know what's going on in terms of like the bigger picture. But yeah, I'm just mad because like nothing is gonna happen. It doesn't even, like, I don't even want to see Robert Pattinson's Batman anymore. Like, I'm kind of, before I was like anti Ben Affleck. I didn't like him, but seeing this movie made me like him again, and it makes me sad that he's not going to be Batman anymore. So yeah, it makes me angry. They introduced a new superhero. We got a cliffhanger with Martian Manhunter, but it's like not like we're never gonna see him.
Maybe the future's not as bright as I thought.
So that's why I'm mad. So it was a really good movie, but it just makes me angry that, that's it. It's over. Um,
Yeah.
it also made me wonder, like, so Wonder Woman she's such like a badass. Like in Justice League, she was cool. In her first movie, she was cool. And I feel like releasing Wonder Woman 1984 was stupid, and I feel like I didn't have as much respect for her character after that movie. But I feel like she is definitely really good in just her first movie and Justice League. And I feel like they ruined it by putting that movie out.
So I still haven't seen her second movie, but I'll go ahead and skip it so I can have an untarnished view of Wonder Woman.
Yes, just skip it. There's literally no point in watching it. There's no point in watching it. It's so bad. It's a good thing because I feel like I wasted a massive amount of time when I watched it, but not with Justice League. Justice League was good. And I'm really sad that I feel like we got a more fleshed out story from Cyborg, and he's not gonna be in any more movies for DC anymore either. So that kind of makes me sad too. It's just, it's just kind of sad because it's over. I felt like I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something else about the movie. What do you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
An 8 because the slow-mo and dramatics. But I mean, there's nothing really story related of why I would complain. I mean, I had to sit through 4 hours. That's like a complaint, but not really a complaint. So it's like they didn't do anything like wrong of why I didn't like it. Maybe they should have released it the first time around. That I'm docking points because they didn't release that the first time around. But yeah, I liked it though. 8 out of 10.
Yep. I give it an 8 out of 10, or even like an 8.5. I thought it was really, really good. It was definitely the best thing that DC has put out since they started making movies. Well, after the Dark Knight Rises trilogy, this is probably the best thing that they put out post Dark Knight. So yeah. And it being 4 hours, like I said, I'd rather have a long movie that tells a good story than a short movie that skips over and like that feels really rushed. So, screw the movie theater. I'll never go to a movie theater again. Just give me the full cut of the movie. So, and I'll just take that. But anyway, a lot of people feel the way I feel because Restore the Snyderverse trends hits 1 million tweets after seeing this movie. People want Zack Snyder's vision for DC to be a reality. And I feel like it should. I feel like they should just scrap everything. Like scrap Robert Pattinson's Batman. I know this is not going to happen, but I feel like they should just scrap that. And I feel like they should just take the Justice League movie as the new one, take it as base, and then just build from there. I feel like that is the best thing that they could probably do. I know that they're not going to, but I feel like that's what they should do.
For sure.
But who knows? Fan outrage is what got us the Zack Snyder Justice League. So maybe more fan outrage will prompt something like that. We'll see. But again, it'll be hard because again, like Ray Fisher can't be in it, and I don't know, but I'm sure everyone else would want to, contribute to that.
Whatever. In some form of fashion.
Yeah.
Let's just keep on outraging until we get what we want, and everything will be good.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're out there and you're like on the fence about whether you want to watch Justice League or not, you should definitely watch it because it is, again, it's way, way different from the first movie. It's like a completely different movie and it's way better. It's way, way, way better. And you will enjoy it if you didn't enjoy the first one. So back over to Marvel. So we got the Justice League and the season premiere of Falcon and the Winter Soldier in one weekend. So great weekend for us superhero nerds. How are you liking Falcon and the Winter Soldier so far?
10 out of 10 so far. I like it. There's action. There's no hidden behind the scenes messages that you gotta stop and look online for anything. It's just, all right, let's get to the action. Let's get to the emotion. Let's tell a story here.
Yep.
Versus WandaVision, there was like a lot of behind the scenes, like, wait, is that what I think it meant, or stuff like that? This is just a straightforward, straight up show.
Yep, very straightforward. It's so good, and I'm really liking what they're doing with like the race aspect of it. I remember we talked about this last time, but it's really quite amazing to see play out on screen. With him struggling about whether or not he wanted to be Captain America and like the reasons why he didn't want to do it, and the hidden secret of the Black Captain America and all this other stuff. It's really good. And I'm really sad that this is going to be so short. It's only 6 episodes, so there's only 4 episodes left. I am grateful that they're a little bit longer than the WandaVision episodes, but I feel like I'm going to be sad when it's over. But I'm really enjoying that whole aspect of it. And I don't know if you read this, or you probably, I don't know. Do you read a lot of Marvel comics or DC comics, or have you?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, neither have I, but I like to, I watch a lot of like reaction videos and Easter egg videos about these shows. So, when they go to talk to the Black Captain America, Isaiah, what's his name? Sorry. When we see his grandson, Elijah, he is actually a member of the Young Avengers in the comics. So I kind of like, so in here we're getting an intro, like a small intro to his character. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with him in the upcoming episodes. And I'm also interested to see like the buildup of the Young Avengers in general. I think that's going to be really cool when they actually like integrate all the members of that team through these shows and movies. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And what do you give the series so far?
So far, 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, you said that already.
I feel like this, I feel like this could be the formula instead of like, let's say theaters have a 6-hour movie. Maybe they could do like a limited run show like this and just do, we'll do 6 weeks, one episode a week. We'll give you guys a story here, but it'll be in the form of a TV show. Like, I feel like that could work rather than let's throw out 8-hour movies.
That's true too.
It'll get to that point eventually. So maybe this could be the formula moving forward is we'll drop a very short TV show in place of a movie.
That's true too. And I feel like this is giving so much more depth to Marvel as opposed to the earlier years of Marvel where we were getting a movie, then we had to wait 2 years, or like we had to wait a couple months for another movie, and then we had to wait a year for another movie and all this stuff. I like the integration of the shows and the movies because I feel like you're able to tell much more of a story and you're able to tell it better because you have more time to do it than having to like like you said, having to squeeze everything into a movie format. So I definitely like this better. It's really good. I feel like DC should take some notes on what's going on at Marvel because they're doing everything right.
Yeah,
I think.
DC. We know you're fans of the Blurs and Nerds podcast, DC, so take this route.
Sponsor our podcast anyway.
Yeah, sponsor us.
But yeah, this is definitely a good formula. So we have a lot more shows to look forward to, and I'm just looking forward to like everything coming together into whatever they're shaping up phase 4 to be. So after this show, I think we're getting Loki. I'm trying to think of the other shows that are coming out. I keep getting confused with what's going to be a show and what's going to be a movie. But either way, I'm looking forward to like everything that's going to come out because I feel like the writing has gotten better over the years with Marvel. I feel like the storytelling has gotten a lot better over the years, and I just think that it's just going to keep getting better. Especially with like if they're integrating all this other stuff, real world issues kind of in this show specifically, and I am just looking forward to it a lot.
Same as am I. Yeah, I'll be a Disney Plus account holder for quite a while with all this Marvel content.
What a great time to have Disney stocks, right? I don't have any Disney stocks. But
yeah, neither do I.
Wish I did. What was I gonna say? I'm just wondering the timeline. So I just want to know like what, I know this is a completely separate story, but I just want to know what came first. Was it like in terms of like post blip? Was it WandaVision or was it this show? I think this show came after, but I'm not entirely sure. It makes me just wonder like what they were doing when all of the stuff with Wanda was going on. I was like, do they not care about her? Aren't they all Avengers? Like, don't they want to know what's going on? But I mean,
maybe it's concurrent.
That's true. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be concurrent. It's just kind of interesting to put all these pieces together to know like what's happening at what time post this Thanos happening. But it's kind of cool to see like how things affected everyone individually like after that happened. So
right,
I love Marvel.
Same, yeah, Marvel. Keep doing your thing, Marvel.
Yeah. But like we said, only 4 episodes to go, and I feel like they have a lot to touch on. So, like I said, I'm interested to see the development of. What do you think of? What's his name? What's the new guy that's Captain America now? What do you think of him? Do you think he's like? Because like when I look at him, I get like. Do you watch The Boys?
Kind of. I fell asleep watching it a couple times, so I'm like, I briefly know what's going on, but not really.
Okay, so I get like kind of Homelander vibes from this new Captain America. I don't know how you feel about him. Do you like him, or are
Yeah,
you just like? Eh?
I think there's some shady stuff going on with him. Like, I mean, he definitely, in a sense, earned it. Let's say earned it by how they appointed who it was. But I think he like has some ulterior motives or something, maybe. But yeah, I think he's gonna end up being the villain at or something like that.
Yeah. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. Maybe I don't, just because like I know that he doesn't. I mean, maybe like you said, maybe he deserves it in terms of his accomplishments, but like it just feels weird, and like I don't like him, and like he doesn't have any superpowers, and
Yeah,
I'm just like, why are you just a regular person? You can get like,
yeah, right.
I mean, I guess so is Falcon, but like, so what? You can get like smacked with a freaking, I don't know, like with a crane, and then you'll be dead. I just feel
Yeah,
like
he already took an L as well, so I think we
Mm.
should go ahead and give the mantle to someone else.
Yeah. I'm sure that's I feel like by the end of it, maybe Sam will have it. It's just gonna be interesting to see like how he gets it from him.
Right.
So maybe he is gonna turn out to be evil. I don't know, but I just don't like him. Um, but and I was gonna say, so he's not your captain. Great. Not my captain either. um, oh my god, I keep losing my train of thought. What was I gonna say? It was something about him. All right, it's gone. It's gone. It's not coming back. Uh anyway, I'm just gonna leave that there. I'm excited. I'm excited about the rest of the
So
season.
my
Looking forward to Fridays again. And then after that, we're gonna have a break, and there's not gonna be anything coming on Fridays for a long time, because I don't think Loki starts until June. So no more Marvel stuff for a while. But again, I'm looking forward to it. And I don't know if I had any more thoughts about Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Captain America's sidekick, I feel like he might be in on the shadiness too.
On the evil stuff, I feel like he
Yeah.
is unaware. So
Think
that's
so?
interesting
You
that we
think
have
he's
that.
like just oblivious? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll see how it plays out, if they're even evil at all. First and foremost.
Yeah, if they're evil at all. But if he does have ulterior motives, I honestly feel like he doesn't know about it. I don't know. So we'll see who's right
Just an honest
by
guy.
the end of it. I feel like he's gonna realize that maybe there's something shady going on. If there is, there might not be, but I feel like he's gonna realize it, and then he's gonna kind of de facto over to their side. But who knows? Like I said, I'm not very versed on the comics, so I don't know what happens or what's supposed to happen. But I would like to believe that he's good. So we'll see. I don't think so. What I'm gonna do this time around is stay away from the fan theories, which I don't really think there are a ton of fan theories surrounding the show, just because, like you said, they're not leaving like a whole bunch of mysterious like plot points out there. It's more of a straightforward show, so I don't think there's as much fan theories. But I think that the internet has learned its lesson from all the fan theories after being
Yeah.
massively disappointed by WandaVision, with none of the fan theories being correct. So definitely not looking at those for this season or for any other show. Not gonna look at them.
We'll just let it play out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch week to week. I'm gonna stick to I'm gonna watch my reaction videos for the Easter eggs only, not for the fan theories, just for I like looking for the Easter eggs. And apparently I watched a video about all the Easter eggs that are in the end credit like animations. There's a lot of stuff in there. If you go back and watch like the actual end credits. I know that us this current generation, we don't have a lot of patience, and we probably don't sit through the credits to look at them. But there's a lot of stuff going on in there. There's a lot of callbacks to some comic book stuff that's probably going to be integrated later, if you have the patience to actually look at it. But yeah. Anything else?
Nope, not seeing anything else on the rundown we haven't covered.
Yep, I think we're all good. Good note to end it on. Positive things. So yeah, I guess that's it for this episode. As always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Blurredsnerds. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, send us an email, blurredsnerds@gmail.com. I forget I think that was everything. Oh, rate, review, and subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice. Thanks again, James, for joining us.
No problem.
We will see you guys next week. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
I just said your name, so it sounds weird. Okay, so thanks for listening, guys. Bye.